Hi, it's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and I just thought I would know. Hi, it's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and I'm going to be answering random Rusty's Q&A. Is it random? Hashtag random Rusty Q&A. There are 16 questions that Rusty put out on Mama G on that YouTube channel, and Rusty answered them. Mama, apparently didn't do her homework, so I don't think we've heard the answers from her. You should ask for them. Go over and ask for Mama G's answers. So I'm just gonna run through them and answer them, and that's what this video is about. So if I don't really go through a whole lot of like personal things in my other videos, just kind of happenings that happen. So I mean, if you're interested, this goes a little bit further, a little bit more below the surface. If you're interested, you can hang around and listen. So 16 questions. Question number 1, besides yarn, is there anything else you collect? Yes. I collect elephants. I put these on so that you could see these. I had to choose between my elephant earrings, and these are the elephant earrings I chose. Got these when I was over in Bangkok this past year, and I love them. So besides yarn, yes, I collect elephants. I enjoy elephants. When I was a kid, my memory is, it may be incorrect, but my memory is that when I was a kid, my older sister, Leanne, she collected clowns. I know, scary, right? Anyway, she collected clowns. And so when people came over to visit, family members and family friends and whatever, they would bring her sometimes a clown. It felt like it was every single time there were visitors, she got a present and I didn't. I'm sure it was like one time, but I remember thinking I need to collect something so I get presents too, as a child would think, right? Yes. So I just looked around and I had a stuffed elephant. I was like, I want to collect it. I collect elephants. So I made that be known that I collect elephants. As I matured, as I grew up and was more interested in the world, found out about elephants and did my own little research on elephants, and now I love elephants. And I have in the past sponsored elephants so that I get to see like where they go. I had a friend who actually did that for me for the first time. As a birthday gift, Teresa adopted an elephant or sponsored an elephant. So for that year, I got to see where in the pack the elephant was, and it was on delayed time so that poachers couldn't find them and whatnot. But I can't remember what that elephant's name was, but that's a fun thing to do. I collect elephants and I love elephants and I respect elephants, and yeah, their plight is so sad. I am amazed at their intelligence and their family values, their grieving process. It's, that's why I love them so much. They're very complex creatures, and I appreciate them. Number 2, what is your most prized possession? From the first time I heard this question, when Rusty was answering it, and then I've watched some other podcasters answer these questions, I've been trying to think of a most prized possession, and I can't think of one. And we don't really, we don't possess people. Yarn comes and goes. It's the process of creating and the process of collecting and finding the yarn, that I really enjoy. I don't really have an elephant that is a prized possession. I enjoy them. Even my pets, I don't feel like I own them. I give them a home. I adopt them. So I don't really know. Prized possession. I don't know. There was a clock that my grandmother, my mom's mom, would give a grandfather clock, a hanging grandfather, so a smaller, so it was like about, I don't know, about this size, wind-up clock that she gave to, I have 2 sisters, and each one of those and some other of her grandchildren would receive a clock when they, I don't know, accomplish something big in their young adult life. And at some point I asked my mother, why didn't grandma, her mom, why hasn't grandma given me a clock? She said, she asked her, and she said that grandma said, because I had not accomplished any of the big things, which are graduate college, get married, have a baby. That's kind of, the old world. That was grandma. Those were the big things. And she told her, she said, yeah, she did. She just did it backwards. She had a baby, she got married, then graduated from college. So all of those landmarks had been completed, just a little out of order, a little out of whack, kind of like I am, a little out of whack. So when it was put that way, I think, the old world kind of, she probably saw me as a little bit of a screw up. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm saying that out of turn. She's not with us anymore to really find out how she feels, what she thinks. Always very loving, So I finally got my clock, and I felt like then I was recognized for what I had accomplished. So for a long time, that was something that was important to me. I still have it. It's in storage. Through this adventure in my life, when I was offered a job to go to Bangkok and teach at an international school there, it came up very quickly. I did things very quickly. It was at a very, what would you call that? Pivotal time in my life. There were a lot of things changing in my life. I didn't know for the good, but for the good, for the better. Things were changing in my life. And when I had to leave the place that I was living for the past 6 years, I didn't have to, but I chose to leave there as things were changing, put everything in storage, actually got rid of a lot of things that I didn't feel like I wanted to store. I lightened the load. I saved my clock. I saved a bunch of yarn that's in storage, and a few other things, but not as far as possessions. Not a whole lot. So I learned from that to let go of a lot of things. And when I got there in Bangkok, when I moved to Bangkok with just 2 suitcases, and I needed to bring all my clothes, and I had to bring a towel and a set of sheets and everything, with me, or purchase it. And I'm not made of money, and it wasn't it's not a high dollar, high paying job. So yeah, so I had to go with a couple of suitcases. So I didn't have a whole lot. And the few things that I took with me to find comfort in, I quickly found that things didn't give me comfort on the other side of the world. Being able to get on the phone, the technology today, I'm very grateful for. I possess a phone that has all kinds of technology, and I was able to have video chats with my family. My sister, God bless her, my older sister, she told me, she didn't ask me, she told me, it's fine, it was wonderful, Leanne. She told me that she was gonna video chat me every night, her morning. So whenever she woke up, she would video call me. And so every evening at about dinner time for me in Bangkok, she called, and she called with a video. So I got to see my sister's face. And that went on for, I think, about a month. I really don't know. Time flies differently in that kind of situation. And she was happy to do it. And I felt like all I did was, she just listened. She's such a good listener. I was so grateful and so happy to have that. And as a possession, a prized possession, as a life-saving possession, that technology was. Anyway, I am very, very happy that I have a job, that I have a skill, that I have a job, that I have the health to work as a teacher and to make money and to have enough money to live comfortably day to day. I don't need a lot. I've never been a very materialistic person. I don't need a lot. So it doesn't, it's not really about possessions. I'm very, very grateful to possess the intellect and the education and the skills to work and feed myself and to house myself and clothe myself and buy yarn, and be able to come back and visit my family. That's what I'm happy for. So I'm very, very grateful for my health. Yeah. My prized possession, my health, my sobriety. Prized possession. Name a book or movie that is important to you. Well, the book that's most important to me in my life is The Big Book. The Other Big Book, if you know what I mean. The Other Big Book. Both big books, very important to me. Both big books. Number 4, in how many languages can you say thank you? This was so much fun. First, of course, is English. Second, Thai, kapkun ka, or actually it's kapkun, is thank you, kapkun. And then females end their phrases with ka, and males end with krap. So I say kapkun ka, and that means thank you from a lady. I don't know. So that's number 2. Number 3, domo arigato, or arigato for thank you. Thank you very much. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. So thank you very much, Sticks, for teaching me Japanese. That's all I know. 4, thank you, ASL. Gracias, Spanish, of course. Dankeschön, Dankeschön, German. Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. I don't speak French. I just know merci, thank you, French. And grazie, Italian. Number 5, what's the most interesting place you visited? Thought about this a lot too. I should say Bangkok, because it's the farthest away, and a very, very different culture. It was very, very interesting. However, it's still people. What I found most interesting about moving to Bangkok is that it's still just people. It really wasn't that different. The most interesting place that I think that I have ever been was one of those traveling museum exhibits on the human body. I don't remember what it was called, Body in Motion or Body World of Body, Body Worlds. I don't remember what it was called, which one it was, or what any of them were called. But anyway, going to that was amazing, to see the inner workings, to travel to the inside of the human body and how it works, and see all of the things that maybe you've heard of, or see things that you've never heard of. My husband at the time is a registered nurse. And so having him there with me, he's a paramedic, a firefighter, registered nurse. So it was very interesting to go through with him, because he loves to share gory stories and such. So, and loves to get new information, and loves a museum kind of a place, and stopping and reading and looking at everything. And so nothing got by him, so nothing got by me. It was very interesting. So where have I visited? The inside of the human body. That was the most interesting. That was very, very, very cool. If you ever have a chance, go. If they ever come through town. If you've ever been, let me know what you thought. Put it in the comments. Number 6. Are you a morning bird or a night owl? I've always been a night owl. Always been a night owl. My mother tells stories about how I fought going to sleep when I was a child. Just wanted to stay up, didn't want to miss anything in the world. And then as I got older, dealing with depression and all of that, and just dealing with life, mornings were really hard. So I would still consider myself a night owl, because I hated mornings, because it was a whole nother day that I had to face. So things have been changing lately. When I need to go to sleep for work, I will go to sleep. I don't like to, but I will go to sleep. But I'll wake up like at 5, sometimes before 5, to be able to have some time to myself before I go to work, and excited about, even over the summer, I wake up, this is brand new for me, you guys. And I'm not trying to like gloat about being happy, because I know that some people are not. And when I was not feeling good, this would piss me off, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to hurt anyone out there. So maybe if you're still watching, if you're not feeling great, take this as I've been where you are for a lot of years, and maybe again, right now I'm not. And so it doesn't have to be a daily battle. That's what I'm saying. I wake up in the morning for the past over 6 months now. I wake up in the morning, look and see what time it is to see if it's late enough for me to get up. Not if it's still early enough for me to catch a part of the day. You know, if I'm going to be late to wherever I need to go, what do I have to do? Can I just stay in bed? No, I wake up and go, is it okay if I get up now? How about now? There's something I want to do. I want to do my crochet. I want to get into this next topic that I'm going to be teaching. I really want to prepare this lesson. I really want to eat this food that I created last night, or that I cooked last night, or whatever it is. Or just go sit out on the balcony. Just go sit outside and listen to the birds. And be able to, if I wake up early enough to catch the sunrise. It's a beautiful thing. I never thought that was a beautiful thing. So I'm becoming more of an early bird, a morning bird. Number 7, tell us about your animal family. I don't have an animal family right now, and it makes me very, very sad. Grew up with dogs, a couple of dogs. And then cats. As a teenager, we had cats in the house, and then when I was an adult, when I moved out, I got cats because they were easier. When we had dogs, I was very young, so I never really learned how to care for a dog. And so having to take an animal outside to do their business every single day, several times a day, was not something that I felt like I could be held responsible for, especially since I had my child so young when I was still in high school. So when I moved out with her, we had cats. I loved my cats. Devon Rex cats were fantastic. And then a bunch of just mutt cats, just rescue cats. Love cats. There's the personalities on these cats. And the guys that I would date, a couple that I would, guys that I would date, oh my goodness, I dated hundreds, no. But some of the men that I dated would talk about how they are just not cat people. And then they would come over and they would meet my cats. And then they would say something like, yeah, but your cat is a different kind of cat. That cat's like a dog. No, it's a cat. And if you get to know a cat, they have a personality and they're interesting. So anyway, and then I rescued a couple of dogs. And I've talked about them before. My Lucy, she was the first one I rescued and the last one that I had. She was an Italian Greyhound and Rat Terrier mix. I loved her. I still love her. I had to put her down recently, within the past year. That was very, very sad. I also rescued a Pomeranian Chihuahua. He was a mess. Little Leo. He was a mess. I loved him. I miss him so much. He ran away a little over a year ago. So right at the same time as I was getting ready to realize I needed to move from that place, then I had an opportunity to move out of the country to a place where I couldn't bring my dogs. One dog had already run away. I looked for him. I put up signs. I went around knocking on doors, checking at the pound online every day for months, looking for Leo. I think that he had just been groomed when he ran out, and I think it was just so cute that somebody picked him up. Because I was also looking, on the streets, and with the posters in the neighborhood, somebody hopefully would have told me if there was an unfortunate accident or something. But I never heard anything, so I just imagine that he's just making somebody else's life hell. He was a cutie. I had him for 7 years, I think. I had Lucy until I had to put her down. She was the sweetest, sweetest little cat dog. She was like a cat. She loved to curl up underneath the covers, underneath the big sweater as an Italian Greyhound. And she was a mix, but she was such a sweet, sweetheart. I mean to get into that. Oh, sorry. Okay. My computer even went down on that one. Okay. So I'm looking forward to maybe fostering a dog or a cat when I get back to Bangkok for my second year. Number 8, what show or movie you love to rewatch? Supernatural. Period. The end. Supernatural. I have watched that entire series over 10 times. It's what I go to sleep to, so I don't really watch it. But sometimes I do. It's a good one, and it'll keep me from going to sleep. I'll be watching it. I also watch Doctor Who. Which one's your favorite doctor of the modern doctors? I ask you. Which one is it? I really enjoyed Chris Eccleston. I can't say which one I didn't like. I love them all for their own little way. Jodie, I don't really know. I don't think it's her fault. I think it's the writing this past season. It's just weird. Anyway, I love them all. Who do you love more? Anyway, Doctor Who. Some of the old ones too. Old Doctor Who. Those are fun to go back and see. Number 9. How do you recharge? I crochet. I recharge by sitting and crocheting. Put on some Supernatural or Hair, the movie, or Fargo, the movie, or some Doctor Who, and just something that I've watched before that I don't, that's not gonna take me too far away, or some stupid, I love B horror movies, sci-fi horror movies, giant ants, you know, or something like that, or the Sharknado movies, yeah, love those, to put on and just crochet by myself. That's how I recharge. What's your favorite way to travel? The fastest way possible. So I don't mind flying. I would rather fly across country or, you know, long distances than drive. I don't mind driving, but really my favorite way to travel though, motorcycle or boat, speedboat. So short distances, give me the hair running through my wind, the wind through my hair, and I love it. Do or did you have any nicknames? Why, yes, I did. Thanks for asking. When I was a kid, I wrote them down somewhere. Cricket, until we got a dog that they named Cricket, that my mother named Cricket. She says today she named her Cricket because she thought I didn't want to be named Cricket. I just thought that the dog took my name. Anyway, and then Christy, until I was in grade school, and there was another Christy who came first in the alphabet, and so she got Christy, and when they came to me, I couldn't be Christy because it was already a Christy. So that's when I became Christine. I would always, when my sister would try to hold my hand or kiss me or anything, it would, ew, cooties. Hated that, so she called me Kissy Face. And today I can't get enough kisses and hugs and holding hands, and so I'm still affectionately known as Kissy Face. Kind of funny. And then my second husband, the one that was a firefighter, his nickname for me was Cookie. I don't know why. I don't eat cookies. Can't eat cookies. So yeah. So nicknames, nothing too, you know. Sometimes the B word. Whatever. As long as you don't call me late for dinner, call me whatever you want. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I am an introvert. From what I understand, the difference between the two is how you gain your energy. And so I've already said that I like to sit alone and crochet and watch some TV. To recharge, to regain energy. I like to be alone, and I recharge. It's not to really calm down it's to I gain energy that way. Other people, extroverts, will gain energy, get pumped up by being around a lot of people. And that's what I understand an extrovert to be, and they gain energy that way, and they really enjoy that. If I'm with a group of people, I will find one person and be one-on-one with them, and I can do that for a while. If I'm holding court, so to speak, with a bunch of people, that gets really super emotionally exhausting for me. So I am an introvert. Number 13, what was your first official job? Restaurant worker. I believe the first thing I did was at Golden Corral, where I don't know if they still do this. I haven't been in there in a long time, but you go through the line. As a customer, you go through the line, you give your order, and then you get a little slip with your number on it. It's probably digital now, but then you'd sit down and you'd leave the number on your table. Well, I was one of the waitresses who would go around and pick up those and then deliver the food to you. Number 14, if money was no object, how would you spend your day? Spend more time with my granddaughters. It's hard to find a job there in Indiana. Lafayette, Indiana. If anyone has a teaching job there at a high school teaching psychology, let me know. I would spend more time with my daughter and my granddaughters. Flying in, flying out. I would do that. Yeah. Number 15, if you became the ruler of your country, what's the first law you would pass? Woo! I don't know. I would pass a law for equality. Just forget all this madness. And just, if I could just make people be who I wanted them to be, I could be an autocrat ruler. No, you must think still the way I think. Isn't that always the way? Because my way is the best way, so you must think the way I think. I don't know. It's really hard. It's hard to pass a law to make people feel the way you want them to feel. And how do I know that's the best way to feel? Some sort of equality. And I really think that, what's the word? I wrote it down, equitable health care available to everyone. In whatever nation, my crochet nation that I was in charge of, equitable health care, including mental health and prescriptions. I feel like if people didn't have to worry so much about that, if they could take care of themselves and not feel bad about it, not have guilt about getting the help that you deserve, getting the help that you need to be a whole person, then that whole person can be so much more proactive? No, so much more interactive in society and be a more positive addition to a community, and then the whole community thrives. That's my thought. And finally, number 16, name something that you are proud of. Something that I am proud of. Of course, as a mother, I am most proud of my daughter. I was pregnant in high school. And had her when I was a senior in high school, and I had a lot of help. So I'm very, very thankful, very grateful for all of the help that I got from my family. Very supportive. I'm very thankful for that. I'm very proud that I kept her alive. that I kept her healthy, going to the doctor and such, and made sure she was educated. And made sure she was ready to get a scholarship and loans for college. Because I couldn't afford it. Single mom. Never quite got things together. But anyway, so, well, no, I want to say that. I got things together. As a single mom, things were difficult. You know, it took me a little longer to get through college, but it was really important for me to do that so that Whitney would see, my daughter would see that I did that nothing was going to stop me from doing that. And I think that she was a gift from God to make sure that I got through to this point in my life, to have a reason to get through to this point in my life. She gave me a reason to finish college. She gave me a reason to stay with jobs. She gave me a reason to clean the house. You know what I mean? When things got bad. And it was, you know, there's a reason that our little kids are so cute and that we have them and they need us so that we can get through some of the toughest times in our life. Being needed, a reason to get up in the morning. She was that, and I love her so much, and she's so smart, and I'm so proud of what she gives back to society today, what she gives back to the world, and I was part of that, and I am very, very proud of that. I still don't think it's a whole lot of anything I did. I have some pretty good genes that I got from my mom, that she got from her mom, that I passed on to Whitney, that she's passed on to her girls. Yes, we have a matriarchy in my family. So, yep, I survived. I'm also very, very proud of, very grateful for my health. And I am proud of almost 8 years of sobriety. I'm proud of that. And it goes back to my health. You know, I'm so much healthier today than I had been in the past. So there you go. I'm very proud of my daughter. And yeah, and then it says, thank you for participating. You are so welcome, Rusty and Mama G. So that's me. So thank you so much for hanging in there. If you did, if you're still here, Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Love you guys. Bye. Hi, it's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and I just thought I would know. So, in the comments, maybe. Yeah, you could answer. Hi, it's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and I thought I would jump on here and answer the random Rusty Q&A. It's on Mama G Gears, or Mama G's YouTube channel. She and her daughter Rusty, two beautiful humans, they answered these questions, or actually I think Rusty did. I think Mama G forgot. Maybe she'll get on and answer them soon. They put out a hashtag random Rusty Q&A. Yeah, random Rusty Q&A. I'll put it here. And so you can jump on and do your own. Answer it in the comments below. You could answer it on my Facebook group. You could answer it on their Facebook group, Mama G and Rusty, or on their channel. Wow, I'm just rambling on and on. Hi, it's Chris with Chris Loves Crochet, and I am going to answer random Rusty Q&A. Something nice. We can hear my mom's dogs. So I like to get elephant earrings, elephant pictures, elephant stuffies, elephant. So I didn't plan on going to Bangkok, to Thailand. And when I did, and I got there, and I was like, oh, it's the land of the elephants. So I'm just thrilled to be surrounded by elephants, and I can buy get all kinds of elephant memorabilia from there, the land of the elephants. So that was just number one. Yeah, she had a baby. What were the three things? Oh, she just did it backwards. So the dogs are going crazy downstairs. There's some workmen here, and they are not happy. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Anyway, with this adventure in my life, when I started to do some international teaching, oh, he's mad. So through this, I really hope that is not coming through. Things were changing in my life for the better. Not a whole lot. I'm going on and on about this one. To go through in my mind, and then I didn't cheat. I just went out online to look up, thank you in 50 languages to see which ones I knew. And then I was going through, I was like, oh, I've heard of that. And trying to say thank you in all of these languages. I didn't write them down, the ones that I didn't know. So these are some that I've known, And then there's all kinds of other ones and other ways. And yeah, that was really fun to look them all up. I was like, I've heard those things. That's cool. It's so cool. So let's see, that was thank you. Number 5, and fill up your drinks, your tea or water or whatever. And then I was a hostess at a Seasons restaurant, which was first a Sambo's, if you remember those. And it was Seasons, the one in my neighborhood was Seasons. I really don't know. I think that I'm really, like I said before, I would piss myself off so much. I'm really happy right now. I would travel to teach and crochet and share crochet on some sort of a social media platform. That's what I would do. So I would probably like cruise, maybe travel a little bit more, maybe only teach a few months out of the year. I made the mistake in Bangkok of mentioning in my insurance medical form, because I was used to here, there's no, what's that called? Pre-existing conditions here anymore, because there's a law that says that you can't discriminate because somebody's pre-existing condition. In the 16 questions, and I'm going to edit this.